Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on the Ridge we have a very exciting video for you. One of the last videos in the series of our off-grid solar before we move on to our off-grid barn house. Today we're going to be wiring up our well pump, we're going to be wiring up our mini split AC, and then we're going to be doing some huge load testing of our solar system, see what it can handle. We're also going to be doing an emergency rapid shutdown, hitting that big red button on the side of the building and see what happens. So let's go do this. Oh, I heard it. So we are currently powering our 18-foot camper trailer there. We got I think a 12,000 BTU air conditioner up there. Those things are so inefficient. Pull about 2,000 watts when running. So we'll do a heavy load test on that. As a matter of fact, we'll probably turn on the coffee maker and the microwave, and we'll see what we can get this system to take. But first, we've got to finish wiring up the last couple things here on the Ridge. And we've got this well pump right here, 220 volt. We got a temporary wire going to it. We need to get that permanently wired off our new solar. Now the camper gets its power from this 50 amp panel right here. And we've also got some auxiliary loads running off of it. So that is doing its job, but that yellow cable right there is actually powering up our mini split. We got that blue wire going to the yellow wire. So we have got to get this mini split, which keeps the inverters and batteries and everything cool. We got to get that wired up. I got a whip right there. We just got to take off the blue one, put the gray one on, and this will be also load tested on our new solar system. What I'm real curious about is what happens when I hit this rapid shutdown. Is it going to shut everything down? Is it going to do nothing? Well, let's go inside and see what it's supposed to do. Ooh, everything is running amazingly inside here. Hear the fans going on the 6000XP's. We've got 16,000 watts of solar coming in, keeping our batteries charged and keeping the Ridge crib going. We got 12 100 amp, 48 volt, 61,000 watt hour batteries right there. 200 amp panel. Here's our mini split. We're gonna get wired up permanently. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what's supposed to happen. Technically, I think each inverter is supposed to trip out, and I believe it kills the PV internal, and I believe it also trips all of the battery breakers. How will it do it? I have no idea. Let's find out. It is 100 degrees out here right now, about 110 heat index. So when I turn off that mini split AC, I've got to get it wired up and get it going again as quick as possible. The well, we'll do that right after that. All right. Get my remote control here. Turn off the mini split. I got to make this quick before it's going to get hot in here quick. Now this room is very, very well insulated. Insulated door, insulated walls, insulated ceiling. But again, these things make some heat. So let's get a move on. All right, safety first. Open up our disconnect here and make sure it is in the off position, which puts the, now I don't have the breaker shut going to this anyway, but this is the final assurance that, matter of fact, I can just leave that out right there. It does have an on off. I'll leave that off right there. So now I've got this whip, and I need to go ahead and strip these back. Well, I'll wait until I get it inside there. That way I know how long it needs to be, and also got to crimp on some lugs. So let's get this cover off, see what we got doing here. And for those that are worried, here's the other end of the extension cord that's powering it now. So I cannot get shocked here. Cannot get shocked. Famous last words of a lot of electricians. I cannot get shocked. I did not have relations. I did not, I promise. I promise I did not. I gotta get all these off here. Whew. There we go. Get off there. Get off there. Oh, I got a screw right here. Almost forgot one. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. Get the little retainer loosened up here. Oop, ooh, ooh, don't lose that screw. It almost fell completely off. Oh, that would have been bad if I'd have lost those screws down in that hole. Oh my gosh. Luckily it's a magnetic screwdriver. Ugh, that was close. All right, so let's take the ground off. So I'm gonna need a ring terminal, 12 gauge ring terminal on the ground here. And then let's make sure I don't lose the ground. And since I don't have 12 gauge forks, I'm gonna have to use ferrules. Don't lose the ground screw. There we go, got it. All right, so I gotta get these off here. Let's see. It's just a hot line, which they're technically, that's what we say. So, and then neutral. Whew, that breeze feels good. Uh-oh, wow, guys. That wasn't even crimped. Did you see that? That was a terrible crimp. Let's see if this one's, oh, that one's not on good either. That one's good. Guys, that was crazy. I'm gonna do a better job of checking that. That was terrible. These are manufacturers, so, all right, let me get this off. I should be able to turn this. Let's see if I can do this. Let me just take this off. Come on, goodness gracious. I should have brought my channel locks out here. There we go. Twisty, twisty. Push up. That lock nut should come off there. Off the strain relief. Okay, now I got that off there. Put this back on there so I can save that. This is a good strain relief. Definitely don't want to lose that. Save that. Alrighty. Now, we get our pigtail here. Take the nut off of it. Whew. Get it fed up through there. Get the nut back on it. Half in. I already pre-sized everything just right. Get on there. Get on there. Come on. Nothing ever. There we go. I was gonna say nothing ever wants to do right when you're filming. That's always a problem. Yeah. Tighten that up just a little bit. Twist. Okay, that's tight. All right. So now we got those three. Gonna go right there. So let me cut these off. These are 12 gauge. Strip this back. 12 gauge. All right, and again, I'm going to do a better job of making sure I crimp on these. Okay, so the hots are going to be ferrules. Let's get these on here. Slide it all the way to the tip. There we go. I can see the copper at the end there. And puts this in. Oh, these are my hex crimpers. I love hex crimpers, or ferrule crimpers. Make sure I get that all the way. All right, let's test it. Test it, Tim. Tug! That is not going anywhere, okay? I made sure of it this time, okay? Same thing with this one. And these are 12 gauge. Get that slid on there. All the way. Okay, let's check that one. Oh, that one's kind of a little bit long, isn't it? Let me cut a little bit of that off there. A little bit long. Okay. All right, so now we gotta get the ring. And I'm gonna use I know what crimper I used last time, and I did not like it. I used this crimper, these right here. I love stripping with these. This crimper is not as strong. Can't get as much meat on it. This one right here really does the job. Really does it. So let me get this on there, get it in there, squeeze, and it does a cold weld. That's what you want to see. That's not going nowhere. That is not going anywhere. What did I do with that ground wire? It fell off. I don't see the ground. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew, where'd the ground wire go? All right. So let's see. I need the straight for this. Get this one on first. Let's see if I can do this without losing the screw. Guys, we're doing this all in one take, aren't we? At least I think I am. Okay. Push that off to the side. There we go. Put the ground on there. Got to get this air conditioning going again. Got my little piece of stripped wire right there. Or insulation. All right, that's tight. That is tight. Oh, a little bit tighter. I say tight. I always gotta. There we go. Okay. Now, where'd my Phillips go? Let's get black into line. Make sure we're all the way up engaged. We are. Tug, tug, tug. Neutral. Get up under there. I gotta bend it just a little bit. Whew. There we go, all the way. Yeah, I can't believe those ferrules came off. I got lucky there, guys. I got really lucky. At long term, that would have been a high resistance connection. All right, tug, 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 tug. And all that looks wonderful. Okay, look at that, guys. Let me get the cover on, and we can power this up and test. Yeah. All right, that looks nice and clean. Everything is cleaned up, nice and tidy. Now I can go ahead and put my disconnect back together. So let's see here. We got to get this in the on position, push it all the way in. There we go. Now I should be able to turn the breaker on, turn the unit on, and it should work. All right. It is actually still pretty cool in here, especially compared to outside, guys. I am sweating like a pig just in the amount of time it took to do that. So now we can go ahead and turn on, which one we're doing, the mini split AC. That one right there is on and off right here, and that is the mini split AC. Let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, there is power out to the unit now. It's not on yet. We still have to turn it on with the remote or use the phone app. All right, moment of truth. Did I get it wired right? Will it power up? Here we go. It's opening up. It's set to 75 degrees. Give me some cold air. Give me some cold air. Oh my gosh, we need this. We need this so much. Now I'm gonna go wire up the well pump. I'll make sure we disconnect it, make sure it's safe too. Oh guys, there's air. Don't forget, we're going to do load testing. So I'll show you how much watts this thing pulls when it starts up and runs, how much the well pulls when it starts up and runs, how much the Ridge Crib AC coffee pot microwave. Oh my gosh, what else we got? Got to do that rapid shutdown. Boom, kill it all. Just to make sure this is running. Yep. Outside condenser. I can hear it ramping up. It's going to start getting cool in there. Thank you very much, EG4 and Signature Solar. Signature Solar is where I got my mini split from, my inverters, my batteries, my solar carport, my solar panels, pretty much everything from Signature Solar and EG4. Link in the description. All right, we got to get this temporary cable for the well unplugged from the generator tent from the Jackery, which has served me well. This Jackery 5000 has powered up the 2,000 watt air conditioner and the 220, 240 well pump and all the loads here on the ridge, the power shed, the tool shed, the carport lights, everything has been powering off this for over a year now, and it has done an amazing job. That and the 5000 Predator 5000 generator, I've had to use it a few times to supplement on cloudy, rainy days. But guys, right here, this 240 connection is the last thing temporary powered on the ridge. After this, everything will be off the new solar. Let's go ahead and discharge all the water out of the well so we can test it afterwards. Actually, open this up. Let's let the pump, let's see how long this pressure tank goes. Oh, let's water the grass. It needs it. Look how dry it is out there. Let's water. Oh, maybe I should water myself. Woo! Oh, that felt good. Come on, how much water pressure we got here? I did unplug it, didn't I? Now you gotta remember, I've got a tank right under the ground here, a big giant pressure tank for my well. Here's my well head right there, and there's a big giant pressure tank with a bladder in it, keeps pressure in it, so when the power's off, I still have reserve pressure. That way, you know, the pump's not cycling on, off, on, off, on, off. Every time you open and close a valve, that pressure tank allows you to maintain pressure, cycle the pump contactor less often. My gosh, how much do I have? How long is this gonna take? This is crazy. It's still going. It's still going. And I've been in the shower before and had the jackery off, or the well pump part off, and I get halfway through and it'll get lathered up, and all of a sudden there goes the water. I'm like, what happened? Oh yeah, I forgot the well pump. Luckily I will not have that problem anymore on my 100% solar. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, there's it. That is it, guys. That is all she wrote. Boop. All right, let me close this. Now we can work on the well. All right, let's go ahead and get this temporary wire unwired. Get this cap off here. And we've got a pressure switch. Got a ground. Come on closer and I'll show you what I'm doing here. By the way, here's the other end of the plug, so we know this is dead. Always better safe than sorry. So let's get the neutral off here. Don't want to lose that screw. Come on, there we go. Actually, let me go ahead and take it all the way out, because I definitely don't want to lose this. And then the black. So actually, this is they use the white for line. When I say they, I mean it was me, wasn't it? Here we go. And just the bare copper. Oh, that's right. This just had white and black. I was like, why would I ever use white for a current carrying conductor? Shh. You're not supposed to know that. You're not supposed to know that. Get this off of there. There we go. All right. This is dirty. So what we can see here is this little contactor right here. Whenever the pressure is good, it opens, and when pressure is bad or low pressure, it makes like that. It shuts. So good, whenever it's pressurized. When it's unpressurized like that. See all this rust on here? It means I got a lot of. I'm gonna have to change these contacts out. You can actually change these contacts. They're replaceable. All right. So now I've got to get the new wire in this cap, and it will. Make sure that thread, that will go on there like that. So I have to do my wiring while it's separated. All right, so let's strip this back. It's 12 gauge. Now, I did do the research. 12 gauge was fine for my well pump for my distance. A lot of people use 10 gauge. 12 gauge was fine. I verified, so don't. You can't use 12 gauge. You can't use 12 gauge. Well, yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, so I'm going to use ring terminals. They're more secure and permanent, and a lot of people like forks a lot better. But rings do a great job. So this is inside. Get this on here. Gotta give it a good squeeze. Make sure you get the cold weld. Do the tug test. Good. Whoa, guys, it is so smoking hot out here. Just smoking hot. Tim, you complain a lot. Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Nice and tight. Tug tight, and red. So now we're not using white for a current carrying conductor. Yeah, that was a little embarrassing there. I know you. Don't tell nobody, okay? Don't tell nobody. That was temporary. It was there just for a year or two. All right. Nice and tight, nice and tight. All right, so let's go ahead and see, black, red. Okay, so my screwdriver. Whoo, goodness. I am cooking here. Why don't you get this on here? Get it started. Oh, no, I should. I was gonna say I'll do the ground first. Let me go. I'll go ahead and do it now. It's just. Hope I don't drop this down this well. That would be bad. All right. Flip this over. This is the right way. All right, get it on there. Get it going. Let me get this ground super tight. Good. Whew. Sorry for heavy breathing, guys. I'm checking all the terminal tightness on the other wires that the well guys did because it'd been a while. Things loosen up with this thing chattering, you know, shutting, going off and on, off and on, off and on. All right, where's the other screw at? Put this through. Whew. Through here, black on black, red on red, doesn't really matter. It's 220 split phase. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get this thing down in there. How did you let me do that? Oh my gosh, I forgot to put the nut on here. That has to go on the inside of these wires. I gotta undo all those. Oh my gosh, you guys let me do it. I know some of you are probably screaming at the camera, Tim, you forgot the nut. Yeah, I forgot the nut. That's probably, won't be the last time I do it either. All right, I got the nut on there. Got the switch pushed down. Let's see if I can get this on here, get the nut started. Oh, that's kind of hard. Just got to get it started. All right, it's on, it's on. And then we got to get the cap on a little bit higher. Oh man, just needs to go a little bit on that side. Let's see. We got it. Yeah. Nope, nope, it's off. Gotta. All right. Gotta come up, get over on that side. There we go. So close. Just gotta come up just a little bit. There we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Perfect. Whew. Let's get this last and final temporary cable off the ridge. Make this place pretty again. That's all wired up nice and pretty. We still got a backfill in here with a little bit more dirt and gravel, smooth out the dirt and then push all the gravel back in. And guys, let's go inside the power shed now, turn on the well pump and see if we got pressure. All right, ooh, nice and cool in here. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, give me some air. Oh, give me some air. Feels so good. Okay, let's go over to the panel here. And I think this will be the last thing to power up. We got the tool shed receptacle, power shed outside and carport receptacle, inverter 3, inverter 2, inverter 1, 50 amp power panel, well pump is the last one off, gazebo receptacles on, mini split ACs on, and the power shed inside receptacle. So let's turn on the well pump. Let's hope nothing blows up. Oh, I saw the lights flicker a little bit. That means the power came on. That I bet we got some. We got some juice coming out of there now. Woo, woo. All right. Do we have water? Do we have water? Let's open this up. Oh, I saw the hose reel move. That's a good sign. Here we go. Did I wire it right? Oh yeah. Superpowers. I got superpowers. Woo! Oh, it's raining. It's raining on me. Oh, it feels good too. Oh, alrighty. Well, I know that works. Now let's go inside and start. We got to do the rapid shutdown test. See what actually turns off. Is it safe? And we got to do some heavy load testing. Well pump, mini split, air conditioner, all the big stuff. Let's have some fun. Now for the super exciting part. We're gonna test the rapid shutdown switch, the emergency switch on the outside of the power shed. What am I expecting to happen? Well, if I'm done my studying correctly, I believe all the battery breakers, all 12 of them, will trip. They will go from the on to off position. How it does that is through the battery communication, the CAN communication between the #1 battery there and the #1 inverter. There's a communications cable. So the rapid shutdown switch outside wires into the #1 inverter, little terminals in there. It communicates to this. This says open the breakers on the battery. It should say turn off your PV inputs internal and turn off your EPS, your emergency power supply, on all 3 inverters, which will kill the lights, kill the AC, kill everything. So that is what I think will happen. Will it happen? Let's find out. So I've reduced the loads. I turned off the air conditioner and a bunch of the heavy loads. That way, when I do push this button, it doesn't automatically kill a lot of current going to loads. Also, by doing that, it stops taking in PV, so the DC arc will be very small, and it's also not charging the battery. The battery is 100% charged, so this should be the best case scenario to test your rapid shutdown, is with basically no current coming in from PV, going out to battery, or from battery, or going out to major loads. Okay, I just had the lights on in there, just a couple of small things. So let me open this door here so we can hear what happens. And I'm push this button. Oh, I heard it. The lights went out. All right, the lights went out. We've got 0 kilowatts coming in on the PV, 0 there. And can't see there. Up 0 there. So this stayed shut. Everything here stayed shut. Now, did the breakers trip over here? Looky here, guys. All of them are on the off, and we've got an alarm condition. So that tells you right now, we disconnected all the batteries. We turned off the AC outputs on all 3, and they turned off the PV internally to the inverters. What about outside? Outside, I've got PV disconnect. So if there's ever an emergency, you could hit that rapid shutdown, open those 3 emergency disconnects, and that would take away all power to the power shed. All right, so now what happens when I pull it out? Let's see. I pulled it out. Everything should be able to be reset. Let's see. Enter. See, these are still on. I don't have any power coming in. Enter. Enter. Oh, I gotta turn the batteries on, don't I? That's right. We got to reset the battery. So what I'm going to do is, so we got to, let me do the first one here. So basically what you do, whenever you want to pre-charge your capacitors, is we turn on this one battery, which is going to pre-charge the capacitors on the inverters. Turn #1 on. 1, 2, I waited 5 seconds, but now I hear everything coming on here. I should probably go ahead and turn off the EPSs because I don't want everything just to be powering up automatically. Give it a chance to do its thing, right? Make sure everything's happy. So let me go ahead and turn on. Oh, that you can't. Oh, it can't do that. I gotta reset something. Oh, that's what it is. You have to actually turn them all off and reset them. See, I'm learning with each one of you here. So let me turn all these off. This is good. This is good learning experience for me. All right. This is definitely a good learning experience for me. There we go. So now, turn on, wait 5 seconds, turn on, wait 5 seconds, turn on, wait 5 seconds. You see how I'm doing this? I'm actually waiting 5 seconds before I do the actual push button on that. So I go over here and go ahead and turn on, turn on. And really, I've already pre-charged, so it really doesn't matter there. You know what I'm saying? But it just helps to give it a little time in between. There we go. All right, so now all the batteries are on and the alarm should have been reset. They are. Okay, so, oh yeah, the frowny faces went away. Frowny faces went away. I should be able to turn on, we'll turn on the EPS on this one first. That'll make that one the master. Always turn on your number one first. Whew. As soon as that comes on, all right, let me turn this. Oh, the light, it actually was already on. It was already on. There we go. We got lights. All right, so let me turn on EPS on number 2 and 3. Okay. Whew. Let's get some air conditioning going here again. How about that? All right. Whew, goodness gracious, guys. That was some pretty exciting stuff. Rapid shutdown works. And that was the first time I've done it. You could tell it was the first time I've done it because I didn't really actually know. And I'm going to do some research too on the proper sequencing. I was a little hastened there to get that done. So it gets hot and humid in here quick. You do not want humid with power, but luckily we've got air conditioning. All right, let's do some load testing. All right, now that we know that the rapid shutdown switch works and does its job, let's do some load testing. I've got the EG4 monitor app open. We're gonna turn on some of those big loads and see what these inverters do. Do they share the load? Will they trip out? Let's find out, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is the well pump. I turned off the well pump breaker, went out there, opened the valve, got it all out, did that off camera. So now, as soon as I turn on the breaker, the well pump should come on. And we'll see on our app here how much current that draws, okay? So here we go. Let me turn this on. Well pump right here, well pump. Oh, I saw a light flicker, and the lights flicker just a little bit. These are cheap LEDs I got off Amazon. And I hear the inverter fans kicking up. Let's update the screen here. We only had 322 watts before the well pump came on. Now it's 1,088 watts. 1,088 watts. So that's 541 watts on one leg, 553 on the other leg. So about 500, so 1,000 watts. And the starting current was probably pretty huge. We didn't catch that here. Maybe the data logger caught it. The data logger is a little bit slow. So 1,000 watts each one. You can see our battery. Okay, right here, we got 1,000 watts. I should have been circling this all along. 1,000 watts on here. The battery is fully charged at 0 watts. We got 1,369 watts coming in. And the only reason the wattage so low coming in is because we're not using any power. So you only bring in what you need. There's no, I'm not on grid. I'm not going to sell it back to the grid. I have no place for it to go. So it only brings in what it uses. And right now, fans are ramping down. I bet the pump just kicked off. I mean, the fans aren't even running at all. You hear that? Let's update the screen here. Again, this isn't a dynamic screen. Back to 290 watts. So we're about 1,000 watts. And that was 500 watts per leg with the well pump running. Again, well pumps have a large starting current, but they really don't run with that much current. So now, let's try the mini split, okay? Let me turn I turned the mini split off just so we wouldn't have that going. Let's do the mini split here. Turn it on, and I'm gonna turn it down real low so it tries to kick up pretty quick. All right, that's as low as it goes right there. And so these mini splits are what's called, they're like inverters. They ramp up slowly. I hear the fan just kicked on. Now the outside compressor's got to kick on. So let's just see if we got any power going in, out now. Now it's 120 volts, it's single phase. So it should only be on one leg here. So let's look here. I hear the fans kicking up. Down below, if we look right down here on the PEPS, that's the actual AC output. And we can see right now that number 1 is putting out 247 watts. Number 2 is putting out 23 watts, and number 3 is putting out 104 watts. When you get really, really high loads, they share loads very, very equally. And I probably should have focused that earlier when we were looking at the well pump running. We'll do that again when we have the air conditioner, microwave, and all that. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of stuff here in just a little bit. Let's update this again and see if this air conditioner is coming on, because right now it's only showing 374 watts, which is not much. So let's see, update. Is it still updating? It is not. So it's taking a second for that compressor to wind up. Yeah, right now the loading is still the same. Let's see if it's updated. All right, give me just a second here. Oh, so the request is too freaking. Slow your roll. Slow your roll, it says. EG4 monitor app telling me to slow my roll. That's kind of funny. Let's see here. I did it again. What? I want to see an update. Come on now. I know what I can do is I'll just, where's the date here? No, I'll F5, refresh the screen. No, that's not going to do it. Let me try it one more time. Huh. All right. So, no, I did do it. Let me, let's come back and I'll see if I can get when this air compressor kicks on, because it does take a while for it to ramp up. All right, we got eventually everything updated, and the compressor is going. We can see right here, we're pulling 760 watts on that one phase. Again, the mini split air conditioners don't pull out there very much. They're very, very efficient. So we can see, I've also got a refrigerator going in the tool shed, the little beverage cooler. And what else do we have? That is about it. And the lights, so the LED lights take almost nothing. That's why we've only got 948 watts total going out on our system right now. Again, if you look over here, our battery's 100%, 1219. The loading is still a little unbalanced. Looks like 487, 498, only 23 on the second one. I don't know why this number 2 has only got 23 watts. Normally it shares load very, very evenly. Let's get some big power. Let's go over to the Ridge crib, my camper trailer. Let's get the air conditioner going, the microwave, the coffee pot, the fan, and the refrigerator over there. Let's get some more power and see what we can really do with this thing. All right. All right, we're in the Ridge crib now. We can see, don't forget, warning, retired person on the premises, knows everything and has plenty of time to tell it. Yep, that's me. Don't forget also, winner chicken dinner. So what we're going to power up today, we've got a fan right here. We've got a Keurig coffee maker. I can't run the air fryer and the coffee maker at the same time. I'll trip a breaker, but I can run that. We've got a microwave. We got a refrigerator. And of course, we've got our big old air conditioner. So we're going to monitor it sitting right here and start one up at a time and see what happens. All right, I got everything recording. We can look right here and see we got 677 watts on line 1, 239 watts, about 1,000 watts again. Still, the number 2 inverter, 1044, is only pulling 23 watts with the rest sharing. We'll see what happens when this air conditioner on, because the way I remember it, number 2 shares pretty evenly, and with that number 232 being the primary here. So 1,150 watts coming in from the PV. You'll see this PV come up significantly whenever we turn these loads on. And again, right now the battery is 100% charged. So, all right, let me start off. Once I turn the air conditioner on, it's going to get really, really loud. So let me start with the, I'll turn the refrigerator on. And it takes a second for the compressor to kick up, so I'll turn it on first. Then I'll turn the microwave on. And then I'll turn the fan on. And then I'll turn the air conditioner on. And then I'll turn the coffee pot on. That way, because the coffee pot, once the water heats up, you know, it's satisfied. So let's do this. Let's turn on refrigerator. Let's see. Let's do 20 minutes on the microwave. This is going to be a big one here. Let's get this fan going full blast. And I'm going to turn that away from myself so it's not as loud. And get the air conditioner going. Here we go. This is going to be big, guys. I'm going to put it on high. And let's get the coffee maker on. So let's run over here real quick and see what's going on. All right, let's refresh. And right now, let's see what changes. as it uploads. 5,529 watts coming in on PV. We've got 5,000 watts going out. And the number 2, the paralleled unit did not take up the load. I got to find out why it did not take up. Maybe it was something didn't get reset right after we did the rapid shutdown. Because yeah, it's only got 5 watts PV. Yeah, it's something's definitely up with number 2. We got to go check that out. But right now we can see, if you look at line 2 here, we got 4,331 watts. That is just what the Ridge crib is pulling in. The 674 watts right here, that is the mini split and everything, and because they're on different legs. But yeah, I'm kind of concerned about this this number 2. Let me go outside, find out what's going on with number 2, because that could be a problem. So if you look at number 2 here, it appears to be happy, but it's not really putting out like it should, in my opinion. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the turn off the EPS, so it's not outputting anything. Kill that breaker. I'm going to kill the PV. There's no PV coming in, so I don't have to worry about it having a big arc. So now I'm going to ahead and turn off the control power. Let that die for a minute, and we'll come back and see if the load comes back. All right, I got the number 2 inverter reset. Everything's communicating. Let's go ahead and bring on PV power. Let that crank up a second. Okay, I heard the relay click. It's starting to bring in. Let me shut the output breaker. Turn on EPS, and it should, if all goes well, it should pick up load. Let me flip this over. Okay, I think it is. Oh, I just heard it click. I just heard it click. So let's see if we can update the screen here. It may take a second sometimes. Right now we've got 1,061 on. Oh yeah, there you go, guys. It's sharing now. We had 1,060 on each leg with 0 on the number 2. Now on each inverter, now with all 3 of them going, we got 742 watts, 659 watts, 687 watts. We've got equal PV coming in. I mean, everything actually looks really, really good. I don't really know what happened there. Maybe something in the rapid shutdown. It didn't communicate when it came up. It didn't. The EPS wasn't working right. It was happy. It had a smiley face. It didn't. So that was very odd. But guys, there is the load test. We've loaded up. We saw that everything is balanced. I mean, the most I could put on this thing right now is over 5,000 watts. Now, I will say this. If I was just running one 6000XP, you can only run 3,000 watts per leg. So it would not have ran that test. One would not have ran 3,000 watts per leg, 6,000 watts total, 3,000 watts per leg. With 3 of them though, I can run 9,000 watts per leg. We're only pulling 1,821 right now. And I can pull 9,000 per leg. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. So, whew, what a test. Not really sure what happened with this number 2 inverter after that rapid shutdown. Could be related to that. I'll have to run that test again in the future just to make sure it was related to that, or just a fluke, or maybe something I did external. You never know. I could have messed something up. So, guys, load testing is done. Rapid shutdown test is done. I've got to install some SPDs. Those are surge protection devices. I've got 1 for each string, 2 for each inverter, and those are at 600 volt DC. So if there's any surges nearby, they will not necessarily a direct lightning strike, but a lightning strike nearby that causes a surge, these will help. I also have a 300 volt AC one for the 200 amp panel. I'll get those installed very, very soon, and that will be about it for the off-grid solar project here on the Ridge. The next thing is the off-grid barn house. That's right, the house where we're gonna live. And I can't wait to get that going. Hopefully, if you can't wait and you like today's video, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Always 100% free. Hit that notification bell right down there to be notified anytime a new video comes out on one of our channels. And until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and go Ridge Life.